Thank you, Rico. Happy Hump Day, everyone. My story is from the mjbizdaily.com by Chris Kasakia. The headline is California cannabis lounges and retailers outline plans to embrace cafe law. California cannabis microbusinesses and retailers hope a new state law that widely expands their ability to offer food, drinks, and live music will drive growth and provide a template for other regulated markets. Cannabis retailer The Artistry designed its newest store near the LA International Airport with kitchen space in anticipation of the long awaited policy change in the world's largest cannabis market. Other California cannabis stores, such as Sacramento based chain Perfect Union, which has yet to feature on site consumption, are weighing the new options to expand beyond traditional cannabis retail channels. This legislation opens the door to a future where cannabis isn't something to be hidden or restricted, but something to be celebrated alongside art, music, and food, said Angelica Sanchez, Senior Director of Government Affairs and Compliance at Perfect Union, which operates 9 stores, primarily in Northern California. Expanding these opportunities to cannabis retailers with on site consumption is a win for both businesses and consumers across the state, fostering community engagement and growth. The day after California Governor Gavin Newsom vetoed a bill that would have allowed small farmers to sell their cannabis products directly to consumers, he signed a separate measure on September 30th to legalize marijuana cafes, akin to those in the Netherlands. Newsom vetoed a similar bill in 2023 that would have allowed California marijuana retailers to operate traditional kitchens and host on site events, saying more workplace protections were needed. Assembly Bill 1775 addressed those concerns by requiring employers to supply masks for workers and provide additional guidance about the risks of secondary smoke. Operationally, the legislation allows retailers and microbusinesses to establish on premise consumption areas, the sale of fresh food and drinks, expanding an allowance that allowed only prepackaged items, and operators to host and sell tickets to live music events. The, the Cannabis Cafe law goes into effect January 1st, pending approvals from local governments, a challenging aspect of California's regulated cannabis program. Lauren Fontaine, founder and chief compliance officer of the Artistry, said the new policy reflects changing perceptions about marijuana use while recognizing the commercial legitimacy of consumption spaces. Under the current model, California's licensed marijuana lounges, most of which are clustered in West Hollywood and the Bay Area, either don't serve food or beverages, partner with outside suppliers such as restaurants, or operate as separate businesses entirely. Fontaine said the Artistry opened the consumption lounge in 2022 in West Hollywood, where it partners with third-party concessions vendors. Having the ability to directly sell food and beverage should, in theory, really help the viability of cannabis lounge businesses, she said. The Artistry secured permits for the initial build-out of a kitchen, including gas lines and related plumbing, at its new store and lounge on Imperial Highway. Management, staffers, and consultants are weighing food offerings, restaurant equipment, and concepts from artisan pizzas and gastropub fare to more traditional cafe options at the new location. Hopefully, we can launch that sometime in early 2025, which will be soon after the law goes into effect, Fontaine said. For Orange County-based marijuana brand Sauce Essentials, which sells gummies, pre-rolls, and vapes at more than 300 stores across California, marijuana cafes represent a big opportunity to expand its customer base. We're especially excited to start planning events and creating cool experiences that let people try out products firsthand, something that hasn't always been easy to do legally, Marketing Director Emma Shalloway told MJ Biz Daily via email. This is a great alternative for people who prefer cannabis and want to enjoy it in a more accepted social setting, she added. Similar to its retail and consumption lounge model in West Hollywood, customers at the Artistry's new location can purchase cannabis products at the on-site store or with a server. Lounge patrons can rent an array of consumption devices, from Puffco Pro dab rigs to Stundenglass gravity bongs. The company also introduced the mixologist-developed marijuana cocktail program at its location in Hawthorne. Patrons can add a prepackaged 3 milligram or 10 milligram sidecar of THC oil to non-infused cocktails. There's a lot of options around how you can consume your cocktail, Fontaine said. The new location near the Interstate 105 and 405 interchange, a major transportation artery in LA, has catered to locals as well as travelers flying in and out of the LA airport, according to Fontaine. We're getting both locals and tourists, she said, adding that the business is buoyed by a lack of licensed competitors in the area. She said the lounge model is unique to the area because Los Angeles prohibits cannabis consumption spaces. In October 2022, voters in the coastal community of Redondo Beach rejected a special election referendum to add a third marijuana retail permit. A month later, voters in neighboring El Segundo, Hermosa Beach, and Manhattan Beach overwhelmingly backed existing bans on commercial cannabis activity. Despite the laundry list of challenges in California's regulated cannabis market, the state is still considered a pioneer that often sets the bar for cannabis policy nationally and globally. If a concept is viable in California, many industry experts believe it can be exported to other markets. The approval of consumption cafes is a further reflection of cannabis becoming more mainstream, similar to the advent of cigar bars that serve other items in addition to having a smoking lounge, said Joshua Horn at the Fox Rothschild law firm. Assuming California succeeds, we should expect more states to have this kind of offering. The headline is California Cannabis Lounges and Retailers Outline Plans to Embrace Cafe Law. My take is AB 1775 is a game changer, and already many of our storefront retailer clients are looking to have their local cannabis ordinances updated to unlock the full potential of AB 1775. Selling food and beverages at cannabis cafes is a common sense harm reduction measure that should go global. The Cannabis Cafe Bill is not just about freshly prepared food and drinks and cannabis consumption, of course, but more importantly, it allows operators to sell tickets to live performances of all types, not just the concerts that we've all been to. Imagine fine dining paired with cannabis and a live performance from a full orchestra, or an uproarious comedy festival hosted by my incomparable lawyer, Ngayo Bialam. Shout out to Ngayo at a Destination Cannabis Lounge. This is Omar Figueroa, lawyer, publisher, and Ganjier instructor, reporting from Sonoma County, California, the traditional territory of the Pomo, Miwok, and Wapo nations for High at 9, high noon Eastern.
Oh, man. These consumption lounges, I'll tell you. I mean, a lot of them have been already operating in that capacity, and these municipalities have been giving them special variances in order to be able to get around the state law and still be viable businesses. So, but I think the one big game changer is that they're able to sell tickets for events because they were not allowed to do that previously, and the city didn't have any type of workaround for that. So I think that is a big difference that's going to change the game for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lifeline for California operators, right? We're screaming and crying about we need help. Allowing these food sales, allowing these ticket sales and things like that is a lifeline, right? So this is opening up a different avenue, and hopefully adding more of these lounges will kind of cut down on the price gouging that are happening at some of the ones that exist already. And also, shout out Ngayo. My first time at the consumption lounges in Amsterdam was with Ngayo, and we definitely did the chicken dance at the bus stop. He's a great freaking person. So,
what is the chicken dance? Can you show it to us?
I don't want to be a chicken. I don't want to be a duck, so I'll shake my butt.
Oh, boy.
I had to teach Ngayo the song. He didn't know there was a song to it, so we had to. There's a video somewhere.
I just had to see. I just had to see you do it.
Amazing.
Well,
I think for the industry, allowing acts to come in, whether they be comedy acts, bands, musicians, things like that, just increases the availability for performers. I mean, my son, we've got bands in the family, owns a music store. We're trying to look around for places where performers can go and make some money and get their names out there. And this, I think, would be a good opportunity if we can get more of these local jurisdictions to change their rules to open up to allow this. Because the going to a concert, I mean, we used to always sneak our weed in and smoke weed anyway. It didn't really matter. But to be able to go there, to be comfortable, to order your food, to watch a show, to enjoy the show, and know that when you leave there, you're going to be safer to leave after consuming cannabis than you do after knocking back 4 or 5 shots of scotch, I think should be a selling factor to local jurisdictions to increase the business opportunities for people.
You know, maybe they should have hemp lounges too, where you can freely smoke your THC.
We have those. We have those in Austin. Come down to Austin. I'll take you to some of the CBD lounges we got down.
I mean,
and the
Rico,
ATX.
And Rico, they
in the ATX
in Austin, and ATX is for people that
ATX.
ATX is for people that can't
Stone
smoke.
Blade and
I'm back. I'm gonna find. I bet there's a lounge called ATX. I'm gonna take you there, Jason. I'm sure there's.
I'm sure there is because everyone just wants to just you know, there's no originality anymore. No originality anymore.
I don't know why this can't compute for you, Jason. It's dumbfounding to me.
It's just dumb abbreviation. It's a dumb abbreviation. It's just
Jason, sometimes you just say things to say them, and that's okay too, buddy.